Hello. Quick post-gym diary entry from your friendly neighborhood Spider Woman. I think I wrote that on my TikTok. But no, I think I'm the Ink Crusader on TikTok if you want to find me there. We're on YouTube right now is where I'm going to be posting this. Because I tend to post like right after I do it because I don't edit nothing. But so I feel like a nun today. Like I have my little head wrap on. I'm wearing all black except for my pink shoes. I told this guy that was wearing pink shoes, cool shoes at the gym. That was cool. It was fun. He smiled. Yeah. And I'm kind of feeling like a nun too because, honestly, I've, I read this book this past week. It's called The Wait, and it's about, being celibate. And I know that's not a popular thing for people to hear, but that's what I do, and that's what I've done before. Before my my current marriage, because we're still in the divorce process. But before that marriage, I was celibate. Yeah, it's not easy at first for some people, but it gets easier as you do it. Doing the celibacy thing is not popular, but it is becoming more popular because I remember when I used to watch The Bachelorette back in the day, one of the few sitcom thingies on TV I used to watch, and there was a virgin bachelor, and I thought that was the coolest. I was like, oh my god. I even tell my kids now that it's more accepted now to be a virgin or celibate or whatever than it used to be. But maybe even back way in the day, that was normal. You didn't do it until you were married. But and the Bible says the person that you sleep with becomes your husband or wife, and that was like the standard of what it was. If you slept with somebody, that meant that they were now your spouse. That's not how people regard that anymore, but we're bringing sexy back, and being celibate's gonna be a sexy thing. You just watch. Let's see, because we gotta stop giving away stuff for free. One of my girlfriends told me, a girl from high school told me I had to stop giving away my books for free, because I have given a lot of books away for free, because I just want people to read my book, Run the Arrival, available on Amazon. But anyways, I just got out of the gym. I feel comfortable lifting what I'm lifting. I do a 35-pound squat. Sadly, my trainer has left the gym, and that was my first world problem of the month. Because, we got to put things into perspective. Like, oh my gosh, my trainer left the gym. That is a very minimal problem when you think about all the horrific things that are going on in this world, and I don't want to dwell on them. But that's why I work hard too, is because I like to do charity work. I like to give to nonprofits. Doing that and being on a budget is a whole other thing. So sometimes if I cannot give monetarily, I am giving in service. I am giving through volunteerism. But of course, if I have the money, I'll definitely give it appropriately. And whether it's to I don't know, foster care programs, the military, I've done that this past year, the church, because I am a Christian, I do attend church every Sunday, online or in person. My kids serve at church every other weekend, and then also being a part of a widows, divorced women, and single moms group. I just try to help with outreach, and that nonprofit is called Cascade of Empowerment, and they are on Instagram and Facebook, and they have different events coming up. We have a vision board coming up. I haven't made a vision board in forever, but most of my visions become written down goals. So I have goals for the 7 areas of life. I have them posted on my blog on the inkcrusader.com/blog, I believe. And one of my posts does have that in there. The 7 areas that we need to keep in balance to have a balanced life. And I realize that these things can be pretty, like, oh my gosh, that sounds stressful. It might be stressful at first, but once you get it down, it gets easier. Time management is a big thing. Putting yourself on a schedule is a big thing. I got to put myself to bed by 10. Otherwise, I may not function the next day. And then waking up at like 5 or 6 is decent. That's 8 hours. If I get 6 hours, that's good. 8 hours is preferred, but, you got to take whatever life throws at you too. You can't flip out if you didn't have your schedule perfectly. Let's see. So I did the 35-pound squat. Said hello to a couple of friends here. Oh my God, when I was leaving the gym, it was like the coolest thing ever, right? I was like so excited because I walked into the gym holding up, opening a door for a man. He was very nice. I mean, he looked like he, had just woken up. So, we're not going to go and say like, oh, chivalry is dead. No. Turned out that he had his pregnant wife inside the gym and they were working out together. And that was so cute. I'm like, oh, couples goals. Not that you need to go to the gym together, but, to have that support, especially when you're pregnant. Like, oh, wow. Like, I was like, I ended up talking to the wife or the woman. I don't know if his wife or not, but you never know these days. But that's okay. And she's due in July and she's having a boy. And I told her to get in and out. She needs to have an in and out baby. And that her husband needs to bring her in and out on the day that the baby is born. like I had with my kids. My daughter loves in and out. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So I opened the door for him. He had this cool fireman mustache going on. I remember growing up in Diamond Bar, and the fireman had those Doc Holliday mustaches, which are cool. All kinds of mustaches are cool. One of my favorite people has a mustache. Let's see. So he had the mustache. I opened the door. He was thankful. But when I was leaving, there's 2 guys coming into the gym at the same time from 2 different sides of the parking lot. And they were each going to open the door for each other. And I was approaching the door, and I'm listening to my Crowder radio worship music on my headphones today. I thought, oh, let's go listen to some, Crowder music. Because I've been listening to Alanis. I listen to all kinds of music. But, anyways, I was like, let's put on some worship music. And I'm like kind of dancing a little bit on my way out the gym, keeping that good high energy. But they opened the door for each other, and then one was about to take the other's, door or to go in, but then they saw me, and then they both just held the doors up, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was like, thank you. I feel like so royal right now. You guys have a good workout. Just talking about just being friendly. And making that like a normal thing, and smiling doesn't mean we're like, getting too friendly. But yeah, because when I go into my barbershop to visit and getting ready to go back to the barbershop to work or manage it and help with the marketing, I go in there and I give fist bumps to everybody. Sometimes even to regular clients back in the day when I knew who was regular or not. I'm going to have to get used to who's the regulars again. And just saying hi to everybody. And because as Christians, we should be walking in that joy. Not that we don't have emotions. We do have emotions, and we do have struggles, and we have been through some stuff. But we should also be reflections of Jesus' love. And of course, Jesus was pretty, I don't think he was very high energy. He was hungry a lot of the times, man. He went 40 days without eating. But he was a carpenter, so I'm sure he had some good lean muscles. That's pretty much all I need. Some good lean muscles that worked, where I could lift my niece or lift some dog food for my mom. lift some dishes for the ladies that were working at this kitchen the other week. And then if I need to, help push a car off the road, and I will do that too. Any more muscle than that, I just don't even know what the point of it is. Gotta have muscles so we can share our strength with people who do not have the strength to do things, whether it's mentally or physically, and all of that, especially as Christians. So, what else? I'm gonna go to the farmer's market and stop by and say hello to the friends of mine that are serving over there with outreach for the church. And then I'm going to Costco because I gotta get a new frying pan. Something happened to my frying pan. I gotta get a new thing. Oh, the other week at the gym, I was wearing these glasses and this guy came up to me. And he was like kind of on his phone and he was just kind of wandering around the gym, honestly. And he said, "I like your glasses." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And he's like, "Where'd you get them at?" And I was like, "Oh, at Costco." And he's like, "I love Costco. You can buy things there in bulk." And I was like, yes, you can. Thank you. He just kept walking, and then he kept walking. But that was so funny. Like, I love how, like, people just come up and say random things to me. I just kind of think of it like being a kid, and you just come up with some random thought, and you just tell people, the sky is blue. It's so funny. It's so cute. But I'm sure some people might think that's weird, but, I just look at everyone and think of everyone as like, we're all just a bunch of little kids in adult bodies, you know what? And let's be nice to each other, because we don't know what kind of crap anyone is dealing with today, and we'll just pray for people. The way I like to pray, because a lot of people don't know how to pray other than doing like Our Father and stuff like that, but the church that I got baptized at, they said to use the acronym ACTS: Adoration, Confession, Thanksgiving, Supplication. Supplication is another fancy word for to ask for things. So you're going to throw some adoration words up to God, which helps our vocabulary. And as we're saying those positive words, they reflect back onto us. Like, you are loving, you're giving, you're kind. Go on. Right? I can go through the whole alphabet when I pray to God. Then you do the confession, and you're like, I'm sorry if I thought anything negative about somebody. I'm sorry if I cussed. Not that we need to live that perfectly, and we might have different kinds of things that we want to confess, to let go of those, feelings of guilt, which are not brought on to us by God. Those are brought on by the devil. Just so you know that, because God wants us to live our best life. The devil wants us to live in fear. And then we go, confessing, and then we go into Thanksgiving, and we are thanking him for everything, whether it's, having a car to drive, have gas in the car, food on the table, clothes on our back, even if they're old. This shirt is like 7 years old, but I hang dry my stuff so it lasts forever. Okay, so thanking him for everything. I thank him for his glasses. I thank him for my sight. I thank him for my strength. I thank him for ability to walk, because some people can't walk. I think about all these things, right? And then supplications, I say, God, let me have a good, safe drive. Let me have a good, safe day. Protect my children. Protect my family. Continue to increase my finances. Continue to increase my joy and closeness to you. All those things. ACTS. Lots of information is in this video, but hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.